Hey gang, Mocha Boy here, welcome back. So this last replay that we're going to be looking at, this was unfortunately a failed PentaLavaLoon attack. Well, at least failed in the sense that it only got 1 star. But I wanted to point it out for a couple of different things because, you know, the failed raids are just as important as the successful ones because at least you know what you need to tweak. But the general idea behind this base was, and this is the way that the strategy is evolving for us, as we go through these permutations of attacks on different types of bases. We were looking for one accessible air defense. So how you get to that air defense is, you know, just a matter of your creativity. In my particular case, and this is one of the reasons why you don't do these raids when you're exhausted, you just got out of like a 5-hour drive. I tried to hit this this air defense with my heroes. But unfortunately, even with a wall breaker opening up this wall section, you know, my heroes ended up kind of taking a path around the base, which is kind of ironic considering all of the, you know, all of the times that I've said set up your funnel, set up your funnel. This is the one time I didn't set up a funnel and it bit me, you know, it bit me in the butt. So, but despite the fact that I missed this air defense, I still was able to score about 70% on this base. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. So let's go ahead and take a look at, so the idea here was once this air defense went down, I would overload this air defense with hounds, and then I'd wait for the CC to dump out to wherever it is that they dump out to, and then drop a lightning right on their heads. Now the important thing to target there are the archers, interestingly enough, because collectively they have more DPS than all, you know, all the other ranged troops put together. And in this case, it turned out being a witch, a couple wizards, and then just a bunch of archers. Pretty standard stuff. Once that was done, well, let me take a step back. The way that this should have worked was once these got overloaded, wait till the entire CC dumps out and consolidates. Then pause. This is the tricky part. You have to wait for one of the pups to, one of the hounds to explode. Then you drop your lightning, then you drop a rage, and then whatever is in there ends up taking out both the Archer Queen as well as whatever CC troops are in there. Now, as that's also happening, you know, I'm dropping loons, kind of the main loon force back here, to kind of take a march through the base. The whole idea was to kind of go in a counterclockwise direction, dropping loons behind the hounds as they march through the base in that direction. Obviously, with this one still up, it ended up screwing up the pathing, and you know, I lost my hounds, and then after you lose your hounds, you lose your loons right after that. But let's go ahead and watch that. Let's go ahead and watch that, because again, the key thing here was, again, no lure, but being able to collect the CC and then take them out with a lightning. And if you can get the wizards to the point where they're at least damaged, you know, just a couple of hits from a couple of raged pups, and that's enough to take them out. Now, the only thing that I should have done differently here, maybe used hogs, or at least brought a couple extra minions or something to take out these structures here to set up my funnel. So let's go ahead and watch that. So Barbarian King goes down, Archer Queen right behind him, and then at this point, you know, what I learned in this exercise is, you know, they'll go left, they'll go right, but then unfortunately, if you don't do anything to break that chain of trash, they'll end up following that out. So the Barbarian King is in there. I figured the Archer Queen would follow him in. She didn't, and then you know, I lost him, then I lost her, and then that was pretty much it at that point. So as that's all going on, I figure, you know, let's try the attack anyway and see what happens, because it did sort of break this defense ring here. So with a little bit of luck, I still might have been able to get them to path in the direction that I wanted. So the hounds are going to come down, and I do that widespread, you know, just to make sure that I try to trigger as many traps as possible. And unfortunately, I didn't trigger anything on that. But the main force is down. Oops. Main force is down. The CC consolidated there. Dropped the lightning. Dropped the rage. Splash damage from the balloons is taking both the CC troops as well as the Archer Queen. Where is she? Okay, no, she didn't. She's still up. And then as the hounds are kind of making their way through the base, I'm dropping in the loons right behind them, but unfortunately, due to the spread between these point defenses and that air defense, some of these loons got taken out. And then at that point, it was just unfortunate because I just didn't have any tanking left to take out those remaining air defenses. Because really, if you want to increase the chance of really rolling a base, you want to make sure that you take out at least one of those air defenses first, and then rely on the hounds to tank for your loons through the rest of the base. So I guess in that respect, I'm in the same boat as all of you. We're learning this and trying to figure out what bases this is applicable to, as well as what's the sequence of events as you're going through and trying to lay down your hounds and your loons in one order. Hope you thought that was helpful. And again, for a failed attempt at getting the AD, I was still able to hit about 70% on this base. There's only 3 defenses left. It's a pretty powerful combo, and we're looking forward to playing with this.